Hello. So I want to use this small, short video clip to explain the concept of productivity. Productivity is a very simple concept, but it's critical in operation and supply chain management. Because think about this, all those innovations in business world and then in scientific history, it's all about actually making life easier. What do we mean by making life easier? You can produce more with less, right? So the productivity concept is essentially, output divided by the input. So in a business production environment, this is how many units you produced. This can be physical goods or intangible service, depending on how you measure it, right? For service, you still can have the criteria to measure it, and then divide by the input used. And it's a very important concept in measuring the process efficiency, and it's also help us improve the productivity, improve the process, improve the operation, and essentially improve the standard of living. And when we take multi-factors as an input, so it's not just the labor, you have raw materials, energy, etc. And multi-factors usually they cannot be simply combined together. How can you combine labor hours with energy usage or with the raw material tonnage usage? So a kind of relatively easy way to do that is just convert it into dollar value and then to calculate it. So let me show you a simple example here. This is a title company, and what do they produce? They process titles, right? So let's say in an older system, we have four staff. They work 8 hours of a day, and they can process 8 titles. And payroll cost is $640 per day, and then we have an overhead of $400 per day. Now, for those cost dollar value there, I want to kind of insert in a little notation here, because the payroll cost, these are typically considered direct cost, and then the overhead is indirect cost, right? So when we're doing the cost analysis, these are kind of essentially different, and then we use different lens to look at those costs, right? So to put it that way. So and then let's say that you kind of adopt some new technology, and then your overhead increased from $400 per day to $800. And then you still hired full workers, and they still work 8 hours a day. So what's our productivity? Now, for labor productivity of the older system, how many product we produce? We process 8 titles, right? That's our output. And our input is what? A workers, they work 8 hours. For workers, they work 8 hours a day. So the labor productivity is essentially 8 divided by 4 multiplied by 8, right? And this gives us 0.25. Now, the unit associated with the productivity is very important. So every time when you finish the unit, you have to write down the unit associated with it. The 0.25 means the 0.25 titles per labor hour. So each hour, we can process 0.25 titles. Within the new system, my output increased, because instead of 8 titles, now I produce 14, right? But my input, my labor hours, stay same. Okay, so my labor productivity in the new system, the input part is still 32, 4 multiplied by 8. And then my new new system labor productivity is 0.4375. And this is a title per labor hour. Now, productivity of processing processing the title. So I should not say each title is processing the title, okay? And that is a multi-factor. because I produce 8 titles, and then I spent $640 plus $400. That's that's my input, right? So, and this is of course the direct cost and the indirect cost, the labor cost, and then the overhead. So in the older system, my productivity is 0.0077, which is $1 per title. What does this 0.00? If I spend 0.6, oh, I should say title per dollar, right? This is a little bit confusing. Okay, so each dollar I spend, I can process 0.007 title. So now this concept is important because when you talk about investment, okay, and you want to increase the capital investment to increase the productivity, and each dollar amount you put in there, how much more titles you can process, you can increase 0.0077, right? And then the new system, of course, this is with a new dollar amount as input, right? You processing 14. So the new system, each dollar can process 0.0097. Okay, so that's about it. It's a very simple concept, but keep in mind all your investment, right? All your process improvement. Essentially, you want to measure it. Does my productivity increase? Okay, so that's about it.